Hey everyone, Steve Ray Morris. Sorry about the late episode, but I'm very excited to present the Wreckage Crew returning to See Jurassic Right, talking about our ideas for Alien Earth Season 2, which actually just started filming this month in Pinewood Studios. Peter Dinklage has joined the cast. Very excited to see where that goes. And yeah, before we get into the episode, thank you everyone who donated to the Stand Up for Science birthday fundraiser. I am just so excited to continue doing work with them, and I'm thankful for everyone who donated, so thank you. And what else? I was on Trauma Bonding with Teresa Bateman. I was on Tiny Matters. I was on Mother May I Sleep With podcast, Malls. And I'm on a couple other shows coming up. Hopefully I can share that soon. And, oh yeah, Congo Book Club, May 27th. Samantha Endres, who's on this episode, from Jurassic Outpost. We are talking about Congo in our summer Michael Crichton Book Club series. The first book is Congo, but we'll announce more soon. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I'm just going to be on the lookout for a xenomorph. Without further ado, let's get into the episode.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Filled with awe and fright, see Jurassic Right, bathed in amber light. See Jurassic Right, see Jurassic Right, right. See Jurassic Right, right. See Jurassic Right, right. See Jurassic Right, see Jurassic Right, see Jurassic Park.
But what was I going to say? How was I going to introduce the show? Now we rule. Hi, everybody. This is The Walrus, a.k.a. Stephen Ray Morris, a.k.a. welcome to See Jurassic Right, or See Xenomorph Right. We're back. Not a dinosaur story. I am very excited to... We're getting the gang back together. Technically, this is the third time we've been all together. Sadly, not in person, but hopefully for season 2 of the show we're going to discuss today. Of course, it's the very talented Natalie Lucia, a.k.a. Leia Aurora. And of course, Caleb Burnett and Samantha Endres from Jurassic Outpost.
Hi.
The Wreckage Crew. We are back.
Yeah, we survived.
Yeah. None of us have been consumed. Yes, yet. Again, we're going to be talking season 2 of Alien Earth because there is a season 2. It's going to start filming soon. I mean, we knew it was going to happen, right?
I mean, we hoped. But I don't trust anybody anymore with television shows.
Now, I went to a SAG-only screening of Frankenstein a while back, and there was someone in front of us in line, and we got to talking with them, and they had worked on production for Alien Earth. Oh, cool. And I had mentioned, how much we loved it, and we really hoped it was season 2, but there hadn't been an announcement. And this person was like, yeah, we're already working on it. And I'm like, oh. and they were like, yeah, don't say anything. I'm like, okay.
And now it's officially announced.
Yeah.
And we can get into that because I really am excited to hear all of your thoughts. Like it had been a while since I had personally rewatched a show. I don't know. Are any of you like serial rewatchers of some TV shows that you like?
I'm not actually. So like it was the first TV show I've rewatched in a very long time, to be honest.
Oh wow.
But it was fun, honestly.
Sam, Natalie, what about you? You said you guys do love rewatching your favorite shows?
I love-hate relationship with Game of Thrones.
Oh, no. I refuse to rewatch that.
I get through up, season 7, and then I'm like, I hate you.
Like, okay, like a good example, Stranger Things just ended. Yeah. Is that a show, if you watch it, would you, like... Because I feel like, Natalie, you watched it. Would you rewatch the previous seasons before the new season?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I did right before season 5 because it's been such a long break between season 4 and 5. And I just was like, I just want to refresh my memory on everything. And I had forgotten a lot. So I loved it. I loved going back and being like, oh, I forgot Billy did this, or I forgot that happened to 11 or whatever. Sure. I also forgot how many actors, like famous actors, were in that show. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's Gary Busey's kid. And that's, Sean Astin. Well, I knew
Yeah,
Sean
yeah,
Astin,
yeah.
but you know what I mean? Like certain actors, you're like, oh my God, I didn't realize they were in Stranger Things. So it was cool. I enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where also, too, because the production of these shows is a lot more intense and, you know, the Stranger Things kids were like, you're seeing them grow up in real time, almost like the Harry Potter movies where, you know, there is such a higher production level. So, yeah, you're right. It does make sense that there's more impetus to rewatch shows. I mean, I watched all of Andor during my recovery. And then I literally went into Rogue One afterwards because I was just like, I was so juiced. I don't know.
Yeah. I just felt Andor was its own kind of beast because of everything that was happening within the world as it was being released week by week. And I'm just like, this is very eerie.
I mean, I couldn't have imagined watching it in real time because that show, too, is so propulsive where, like, I had the benefit of like, all right, I get to roll into the next one. But yeah, I couldn't imagine waiting, at least with season 2, right? They released 3 episodes at a time. So you were like, or 4 episodes at a time or something like that?
I know the first one was the first 3 episodes of season 2, and then I forget how they released the rest.
Yeah.
But I remember...
I would say that, like, I enjoyed watching it more Alien Earth more all at once than, like, week to week. Like, I enjoyed it a little more, I think. But,
well, and yeah, that'll tie into just, how did you feel rewatching it? Just kind of looking back at the show, you know, now that we know there's a season 2.
It was nice looking at it with eyes that knew what was coming. I feel because they were releasing it week to week, we all have our text chat, you know, and we were able to text every week like, oh my God, don't drink water. You know?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Sam, what about you?
Yeah, no, I kind of liked rewatching it in one go because like I could focus on different things than I did initially. It's like Natalie was saying, like we know what's gonna happen. Like, oh, okay, this is, you know, this person's gonna die soon or whatever. I could focus on this other subplot and like I like looking at the sets and stuff and see like what's in the background if there's, you know, I mean. We have our walrus, so like trying to spot that and everything. But yeah, no, I like rewatching generally just because you can focus on different things. Not everything, but you know, some things are good to rewatch.
So you know how the scene about what actually happens on the Maginot, you know, is at the end of the season. But when you're watching episode 1 and Wendy's brother is like looking at the bodies that had been trying to help the guy, you know, and he goes, no, they didn't die in the crash. They died from asphyxiation or whatever he said. And I'm like, oh my God, they literally told us what happened in the first episode, but we had no idea, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I was able to make those connections were a lot more immediate, like of what happened on the ship. Like also in the first or second episode, they talk about Boy Cavalier and like there's a really quick flash of a shot of him and it's from like 5 episodes later when he meets with Yutani.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a cool little thing to include there. But
yeah,
just stuff like that is cool.
Yeah. No, I also feel like if anything, because I was going to say to your point, Sam, like it is hard to trust if people are what shows are going to get renewed, what the deal is. Like it seems like even creators sometimes are in the dark. You think about how The Acolyte was canceled after 1 season, or like obviously Ahsoka's getting season 2, but then there's movie stuff. And so I feel like for me personally, and I'm curious to hear what all of you think about, because I would say I feel like the reaction to the ending of season 1 of Alien Earth was like a little mixed. And I feel like rewatching it now, it sits better for me because I'm like, wait, this show is about how the kids are the scariest thing. So yeah. What did all of you think?
Yeah. I mean, I guess to that point, like you are kind of right where it's almost just like about these kids and the aliens happen to be there and be kind of like a threat / now friends?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Alien friend?
Yeah.
It is certainly not friend shaped, and yet, you know.
I like how, like, I mean, the kids, or at least one of the kids, can communicate with the aliens in a way that's never happened in the franchise before. So that's kind of an interesting evolution of alien, I guess. But like,
Mhm.
I do think like the intelligent like hybrid machines, like those are the most scary thing, but they're not the most scary thing on the outside.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. When we were talking about this before, we like asked the question of like, what would you want to be? A hybrid, a cyborg, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so like, I mean, I don't remember. I don't remember if this was my answer before, but I'm changing it now. Like, I want to be a hybrid. So like, part of me is like, I want to be one of you and have all of your abilities, but I don't know. So.
I think we all said we wanted to be hybrids, no?
Yeah, I feel like
I said
Probably.
xenomorph.
yes, you said
Somebody
xenomorph.
said xenomorph.
Yeah.
The secret fifth option, because nobody wanted to be humans. I think you said, Sam.
No, yeah, no one wants to be a human in this world. Like, let's be real.
I think after this rewatch, I want to be the eyeball, actually.
Yeah,
Right.
you know what? Secret sixth option.
Yeah.
Superiority right here. Supremacy. There you go. Eyeball supremacy.
Eyeball supremacy. We were setting a budget. My favorite thing is like, okay, I'm going to rewatch a show. Just type the show, maybe the episode specific, and then just type meme into Google. And you're just like, cool, I get to catch up with all the things when we watched it in real time. Yeah, no, I also feel like specific to us, all fans of Jurassic, we've been through this rodeo of like people saying the Raptors were like less scary. But I don't know how you feel about this, but I almost like that this angle where it is like the idea that, yeah, this child spirit in a immortal body, it now has control of like the deadliest beast in the universe. Like that's really scary.
Because they're kids, and kids are so unpredictable. Like they're predictable, but they're not. You know what I mean? And at the weirdest time, they'll change and do something that you're just like, wait. So now you've got this indestructible body being controlled by someone who can change on a whim. You know, it's scary. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, crap.
Yeah. Nibs, man.
Nibs.
Secret MVP of one of the many MVPs of this season.
That actress was great.
Lily Newmark, I believe.
She was amazing. Like I didn't know what she was gonna do every episode. I'm like, this bitch is crazy. Pregnant, you know, but maybe you are because Alien was. Yeah, I don't know. Like
That the thing where she like said that she was gonna have a baby. That was really intriguing to me on first watch, and like on this watch it is too, because like. This whole series is about things being inside of you and birth and like, so, but then like they sort of take away her trauma, so to speak, of that. And then it's gone. So that's a really interesting storyline for season 2, honestly.
well, you know what? It kind of bears up bringing like your subconscious, like, yes, they took away her memory or whatever, but and this is a great question for everyone, like, does your body still retain that fear or that whatever, you know, PTSD? And now it's triggered, but you have no idea why. Like it just all of a sudden she was terrified of whatever, but she couldn't figure out why. And it's like, if that were to happen to humans, would we have the same reaction and just be like, why am I so terrified of a car door or whatever? You know,
Yeah.
I have no memory of this, but I'm terrified. So I thought that was interesting. I hope they do more of that in season 2. Explore that.
Well, and also to the point of, you know, what happens to Arthur later in the season. And then I was like trying to remember from other Alien entries, is that built into the idea that if you get face huggered, do you forget? Because I believe John Hurt,
the baby.
It's so cute. It wants to latch onto my face.
If not friend, why friend shaped?
Yeah.
Right? This won't hurt you at all.
For listeners in the audio only, Sam has this. I feel like it's the Loot Crate face hugger.
It is. Yeah.
I remember when they put that out when I worked there.
From back in the day.
But I think John Hurt forgets his character in the original Alien. I think forgets some time before he gets face huggered. And so I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of, you know, this is the 8th Alien entry. And so it's like, how many new ways can we do all this stuff? And I like the idea of equating taking somebody's memory away, but the body keeps score, you know, and then like showing another example of like, oh, I wonder why the aliens do that too. It's like, so probably the person who's ingested it doesn't like know that they were ingested. So they're just like, huh, I wonder what happened, you know, like.
Well, speaking of rewatch comfort movies, yes, it's a comfort movie. I don't care. Alien Romulus. I've been rewatching like on repeat.
Oh, cool.
And Navarro does not know what happened when they freeze the face hugger and they get it off of her. Because she's just like, what's going on? What's going on? And then they were like, we got to get you off the ship. So she doesn't remember either. So I think that is we should look back at the other Alien movies and just kind of see. But I think in Alien Earth, when he's implanted and he wakes up, he doesn't remember either, right?
No, because
so that might be canon. Yeah,
because Slightly was saying, "Hey, I have a family," and all that stuff was so heartbreaking. Rewatching,
the new way for us to facehugger somebody is we're gonna force a kid to do it to someone.
Yeah.
But no, we get to see sort of like how these little, like speaking about like the little kids being in these things, like we get to see how those minds sort of develop in not quite the right way. Like with, she thinks she's pregnant and this kid gets blackmailed by an adult and this other kid wants to be a scientist and then he dies in the lab and like, it's just,
I noticed in my rewatch, because, you know, like I was rewatching, but not as intently as I had the first time. And I had to keep reminding myself that these were actually kids in there. So like when, oh no, what's the kid's name that's getting blackmailed?
Slightly.
Yeah, when he's going through all that stuff, I'm like, oh, what an idiot. Like, why is he falling for this? And I'm like, oh, because he is a child.
Yeah.
Like, because he is 8.
I love when Slightly and I forget the other one's
Smee.
nickname. Smee, yes. I like when they're walking with Arthur and he just tells them, he's like, you know, you guys are kids and you're bad at lying. Like you haven't learned how to lie yet. And I was like, that's so accurate.
I know. Yeah. I'm going to look up the actor's name, but the person who played Smee, when it's like, again, I when I first watched the show, I was like, oh, like one of those ideas that Noah Hawley has. It's like, what if you're putting a bunch of kids in an alien movie and they don't know they're in an alien movie? So like rewatching, especially the first couple episodes and they're going on the ship and you're like we're terrified of what's going to happen. And they're like, ugh, gross. What is this thing? You know, like all the actors were so good at being like kind of, being awkward kids. But yeah, you're right, Sam. It's like, because they're you truly just, and I think that's maybe why, I don't know. It's like, I think, Alex Lothar, who plays, Marcy, Wendy's brother, it's like you get so frustrated with him, but in a weird way, you're like, wait a minute, but he's only reacting to the idea that, no, these are kids. And we're kind of like, we almost get sucked into the propaganda of the company of Prodigy. I was going to ask, as far as, because I know we talked about, I think, Natalie, you were mentioning it's like each creature sucks out a different thing from you or whatever. That's just clip that out. That's a clip.
We had the tonemorph? What?
Toenail xenomorph? Yeah.
Toenail xenomorph?
Everyone take a drink every time we say the word sucks on this.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of creatures getting juices out of you. And rewatching this, were there any like standout kills or moments or like fun? Yeah, just like one of the reasons why we come to this for fun, gore, and splatter.
Hey, AMC.
I was going to say the same thing. I was like, we come to this place for blood splatter. Yeah, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. You know,
the little squid. I don't even know what to call it. The alien that spits into the water bottle. And then everything that transpires once the dude drinks the water unknowingly and everything that happens. And then when they're trying to save him, it, bursts out and then kills the people around him. Like, I'm just like, that was, to me, that was an epic, like, what, a 3-part kill? 4-part? I don't remember how many it killed. At least.
Combo!
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're right.
Fatality.
Do we think that, so the what is it even called? The little blood sucking thing, like
The tick.
Yeah, the tick. That's right.
Or do you mean the flies that spit out the acid?
No, the tick.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
Yeah, it excretes into the water. Like, do we think that, and then that kid like ends up like throwing up blood and like being really sick? Like, do we think it did that so it could get to his blood? Like, is that the purpose of that? Or
because it was sucking on its like his lungs. Like, that's the thing I noticed when he was like trying to pull the tick off when his body was open.
Yeah, all that to say, like the tick death of those two prodigy guys, like in the second episode, still like even on rewatch, I was just it was rough.
I feel like that's a fun, like I say fun, like sarcastically, a fun game to play where you think of the alien, what it looks like, and then what it does to kill you in the most obscure way. Like, I feel we could come up with a really cool alien and pitch it to Noah Hawley and be like, yo,
this is
alien.
It's a guess who game. This alien sucks your blood. Which one am I talking about?
It was the xenomorph with the wrench in the kitchen, like like that's how I kind of thought of this season too, a little bit, where there's almost like a Clue aspect of like, especially because everyone's kind of just like, to me, the latter half of the season it's like definitely a critique of toxic workplace culture, but then also it almost feels like a game of Clue where you're like, maybe all of us have worked for startups at some point, but it's like the boss is spending all this money. These people are totally nobody's watching them. People are getting fired left and right. Yet there's still yoga and ping pong tables. You're like, what is happening? And like the boy wonder is still he like totally forgets about everything and is just obsessed with the eye by the end. It's so bizarre.
Walking around barefoot. At the same time.
I love that like he ends up imprisoned by these things that he created, but like there's also a couple of great moments where he's like cheering them on. He's like laughing and telling them that's a great thing to say as a sentient robot. Like, it's crazy.
Good job, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is
in a way. So
he's a proud papa.
Kirsch is like the begrudging nanny.
Yes.
This is like, all right, I guess I gotta watch him.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, again, for me, I think like Nibs is like Lily Newmark's ability to switch into that like Chucky doll kind of mode, like, and just like ripping that guy's like jaw off, like that is just still so brutal. But as far as like characters and journeys go, I think for me, I guess this time, I mean, Morrow, I'm like, what does his character mean? Because it's like, he's a guy who like gave up his entire life for this company. And it's like, it's almost like Yutani, rewatching it. Yutani's like, we don't have to. And he's like, no, I'm going to get these creatures back. It's like, he doesn't have a skin in the game. And yet he like, is that like a metaphor for like, people who voted for Trump and they just have to like, you know what I mean? Like they can't, they can't.
I really think
admit they were wrong, kind of thing. Like, I don't know what.
Ask Babu if that's part of his like character motivation.
Babu Sise, yes. He just really, because he has that kind of like religious, like that kind of religious zealotry in him, where he's just like. I mean, in the last episode, the John, do you know the story of John Henry and his 10-pound hammer? Like that, I don't know if that's a Bible thing, but it sounds like it, or like a tall tale.
That's like an American folk tale.
Oh.
And to me, it represents someone who is just like working themselves to the bone and like ends up killing themselves in the process because they're like so dedicated to what they're doing. And so like
ideal.
Yeah. And so I feel like his character and I don't know if I would do this. I would probably quit, but like after 70 years in space, and then you come back, and I feel like he's probably just like, you know what? I'm going to finish this shit, honestly. And I don't know, it gets him pretty injured.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm just wondering if in season 2, he has like that, we were talking about Andor, like that Cyril Karn moment where he just has that realization, like, what am I doing? I've been working for the enemy the whole time. And then suddenly he now works for Prodigy. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if that might be the end of season 2. That's where we're left with Morrow. I don't know. I just love that character. I didn't think in the beginning of the series I would love his character as much as I do. But it speaks to Babu's acting that, you know, you're now so invested in his story and what happened with his daughter and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and yeah, just to refresh, I mean, obviously we've been talking spoilers, but I'm just curious to get your thoughts on like, because no, I mean, just rewatching it, and then I think we were saying before recording that like it is, because I'm not much of a binge watcher, and so it was, you felt the energy of like this one crazy weekend, you know, where it's like everyone's running around the island. Again, for some reason I was thinking of Clue for a little bit, especially towards the end. But yeah, this, you know, the ship crash lands in, you know, and the ship that has the xenomorph and all these other aliens, and then they're taken to this island where there's these kids who have been put in these immortal synthetic bodies. And then the show is basically just like, it's almost like you took all your favorite toys and you're just, we're like, okay, what is going to happen? And it's these like different philosophies, like we were saying, Kirsch and Morrow, and then Sydney Chandler, Wendy's alive brother, who's the only other than Smee's mom that you see, like somebody connected to this person's old life. And then you have Boy Cavalier, you know, and you even have like Siberian and like the grunts perspective too. And so, yeah, you just have all this cocktail of ideas and things that feels, yeah, so true to Alien. But did the first season, was it the way that it unfolded? Was that what you were expecting, or did it go in places you didn't think it would?
I did not expect what happened to the Maginot to be so late in the season. I think we talked about this before, how we wish it had actually been in the beginning.
The episode 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Where we just finally see how the aliens get loose and how everybody dies and all of that. I think it was placed awkwardly. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it benefited the show. I think for a lot of people who were on the fence about it, if they had put it earlier in the season or even right at the beginning, they would have gotten a lot more fans invested. But because they didn't do it that way and it didn't follow the traditional Alien, you know, plot points, it lost a lot of people in the first and second episodes, in my opinion.
No, I mean, I think that is, to me, it seems like that's a prestige television technique where you save a big flashback heavy episode for late in the season. And I wonder if like they were worried that if it felt too much like a traditional Alien thing, then people would get the wrong idea. But yeah, it's complicated. You're right. I'm like, because part of me is like, oh, I'm glad they tried all this new stuff. We have this like very Miyazaki-esque type thing going on, and the alien and Wendy. And then you're like, but episode 5 is one of my favorite episodes. So
it's a great episode.
I can't argue with that, you know?
Yeah.
Caleb, Sam, what did you guys think?
Even like going back to Morrow for a second ties into it for me. Cause like what a theme that stuck out to me this time was like, this is like you were just saying, it's a bunch of different forces fighting it out to see who ends up on top. And like, I feel like Morrow adapts that attitude at some point. He's like, I am just gonna try, like, why? I feel like it's a good reason for him just continuing his mission and like doing what he does. But like, I loved it on rewatch, honestly. You talk about Miyazaki. And this is just because of who we are, I guess, but like I got some Jurassic vibes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Especially this time when Wendy is, you know, making, for lack of a better phrase, making friends with the xenomorph.
The xenomorph, like, yeah.
So, and I was like, oh man, this is, you know, in all seriousness, it plays to like humanity's relationship with animals and communication and all of that kind of thing. So like I got the Jurassic vibes there. I also was thinking about just how Jurassic the island is, and they shot in Thailand. And no, and Steven, you say this all the time, but like this series just further solidifies like Alien being Jurassic's goth older sister or whatever you say.
Yeah.
So, more
like,
nihilistic cousin, you know.
Yeah, the corporate espionage of it all just really works really well. I had a great time. So
there also is shades of the Jurassic book, because like, you know, just for listeners as a refresh, it always surprises me that like, oh, the power comes back on in the book. And they're like, great. And then it's like, oh, wait, that was the auxiliary power. Now it's back out again. And there is, you know, it's not just our main characters in Jurassic Park. There is like, I don't know, a dozen or two workers still there. So there is that kind of like weird moments of calm, and then like counterpointed with like, and then all the, you know, and then another troop of military, like Adam, who turns out to be a synth, is like, we keep losing more men, you know, like.
It was definitely chaos theory was playing out by the end of the events, and one of my favorite lines on rewatch was Morrow saying like, I say we destabilize the island and exfil in the chaos. So
yeah, that's so great. Yeah, Sam, what about you and the journey of the show and where it went?
Yeah, no, kind of same as Caleb. I enjoyed it a lot, and I think I was able to like have those kind of insights of like, oh, what does this remind me of? Like, where do I think this is going? And Jurassic was definitely one of them, obviously. But because it wouldn't be me without referencing this, Westworld.
Of course.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah, but especially when, you know, Wendy goes full like, oh, I can control these things. And she just like shuts off. I forget everyone's names, but the old guy, the dad of Boy Cavalier.
Oh, Adam.
Yeah. Like when she just pauses, like freezes him, essentially, you know, what is it? Stop all motor functions or whatever from Westworld. Like she does that. And I'm like, oh, okay. This is again getting to like that, the implications of having like that powerful body and like, hey, you could put your consciousness into this, but should you?
Yeah.
Did you stop to think if you should?
Our old buddy. We need to have like a pop-up of Jeff Goldblum that comes in, you know, like, except it's him doing, didn't stop to think if you should, you know.
Yeah, but in general, like I loved it, and I am rooting for the kids, strangely. Like, I didn't know that I mean,
yes,
I'm ready for them to just do whatever on that island. Like, go for it.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
Oh God, I think her name, Lady Julia? Is that what her name is?
Wait, Dame Sylvia.
Dame Sylvia. Yeah, I was like, I know this is wrong. Dame Sylvia. I felt so bad for her because, like, in the very first episode, Boy Cavalier is just like, I would love to talk to someone smart. It's just like, and then she loses her husband, and then what's her name goes after her. Like, I feel so bad for that character.
Yeah, it's she made the deal with the devil kind of thing.
She's like, we're just doing a good thing and helping children that would otherwise die. Oh no.
What did we do?
She has a great xenomorph scene when she's at the graves of the kids, and it pops up right behind her. It's good stuff.
I mean, that's like two things for me right there. I almost, and I think I said it maybe at some point in rewatching the show, but I almost thought the brother Hermit was going to die because, you know, in a lot of shows, they kill off a loved one, you know, every Christopher Nolan movie has a dead wife, you know, like, and so it was interesting to have the brother there where I was like, oh, this is going to be a weird dynamic. And then also even the idea that these are kids in like confronting Arthur and Dame Sylvia, like, no, and then you actually get to see that flash of them zipping up the of Marcy's bag and then seeing the graves, where like it doesn't just brush that over the rug. It's like, oh, this has done enormous psychological damage to these people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, on that note, season 2, there's no official announcements other than, you know, gearing up filming and apparently very fun people you're waiting in line with, Natalie.
Did I hear or read that they were filming at Pinewood for season 2? I feel like I read that somewhere and that it was starting pretty soon.
I think that was the article that I sent. Maybe.
Okay.
To circle back to that ending, I think maybe some people were like, well, all of the baddies are still there, essentially. And so in some ways, I'm like, this is going to be fertile play. You know, also in the last episode, I was like, oh, this really was hide and seek, but the scariest hide and seek of all time. Yeah. So is there stuff for season 2 that you're like, do you want to pick up with Yutani's troops on the ground and it's like a big battle between like, or is that going to be the Maginot of this season where like maybe the battle with Yutani is like 2 episodes and then the show goes off into a different direction? I don't know. What are some of your initial hopes, thoughts, kind of thing?
I want to see the planet where the eyeball is from and see if there's like millions of other eyeballs out there and like a king eyeball that
I hope there's not that many. I really hope there's not that many.
Wait, but could an eyeball go inside another eyeball?
Eyeballception?
They procreate.
Oh my God. I mean, I do want the eyeball to go into the xenomorph, but would it be burned by the acid? Or can it go in because the xenomorph have eyes?
When
trying to do that in the fight?
It was.
When the eyeball and the xenomorph fight, I feel like it was trying to and it couldn't get in or something.
Get in through the skull or whatever.
I mean, either Kirsch or Morrow calls the xenomorph like armored, or he uses the word armored, I think. Which makes sense, I guess.
So maybe it's is this Batman and the Joker, Teocelus and Xenomorph? Finally, a worthy opponent, you know, an immovable object in a however the catchphrase goes.
An unstoppable force and an immovable object.
Thank you.
Oh, that just reminded me. I have a critique of people dying when the xenomorph bursts out of their chest. Excuse me, but when something bursts out and like kills you and your heart stops and everything, these actors are still going, like looking at the alien. I'm like, aren't you dead? Shouldn't you be dead immediately? Why are you flailing for a few minutes?
Hey, the Victorian costume guy in the building, like he's crawling around after he's cut in half.
Oh yeah.
So we're suspending disbelief a bit more. Okay, guys.
Well, again, we'll just go back to Spaceballs with John Hurt in it as a cameo, being like, "Oh, not again." Hello, yeah, that was really that. Somebody immediately did Wendy looking at the what is it, J Frog?
Hello, my baby.
The ragtime.
Baby, hello, my honey.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess for me, like, Wendy has all this power. Is there going to be discord amongst the Lost Boys, or are they going to be a unit? Because I feel like rewatching it, Smee, you know, he's like, he didn't sign up for Arthur to die. He just thought he was going to, you know, again, in that kid logic where it's like you rewatch it and Morrow says, oh, like, just put the person in this thing and you'll collect the monster. Like, nothing about dying. It's like, he'll be fine or whatever.
Yeah.
And I like wonder if, because I think one of the last shots of Smee after slightly smashes Morrow's face, like knocks him out, like Smee kind of looks at slightly, like, I wonder if if that drama between them is gonna spring up again. Because it is kind of like, yeah, it's like, oh my God, you know, I look, I love you guys and I would bury a body for any of you, but you just got to let me know ahead of time. That's all, you know, like,
we need to plan that out ahead of time.
Work as a unit.
Exactly.
But yeah, like, is that something that the show is going to pick up on? Or again, like even Wendy and her brother, like it totally wasn't like hunky dory at the end.
Do we think that, like, Slightly or Smee, like, I mean, some of these kids might just want to go home now that they're free.
Yeah.
But are
Yeah.
they free? They're still on the island.
But if
Yeah.
they can, I'm saying if they can find a way or something.
Oh,
But like,
okay.
they might make some different choices. Like, I wonder if Wendy has like world domination in mind. To be honest,
Yeah.
Girl boss.
She girl boss too close to the
More.
to the xenomorph.
but I mean, I feel like just the way she talks about the aliens and how they're
Honest.
Yeah, they're honest, and I mean, she advocates for treating them with respect. So it's like I feel like maybe she wouldn't want to dominate everybody on Earth.
Yeah.
But also to bring in the Jurassic Park of it all again, like with what you were saying about Weyland-Yutani getting there, and like, what if, I mean, corporate espionage, Weyland-Yutani is clearly behind Prodigy as far as like autonomous intelligent beings and synths and stuff, and that's how they advance their technologies. They steal from Prodigy or something. But,
Yeah. Well, and to Sam, to go to Westworld, because season 2 of Westworld, and it's been a while since I've watched it, is like such a twisty knot on the first season. And so I wonder, is season 2 of Alien Earth just going to be on the island? Or Natalie, are they going to leave the island, go to other worlds? Because the thing that I also keep forgetting is that, there's other Alien movies that the first Alien movie takes place 2 years after this. Like, are they going to incorporate, or technically isn't Ripley already on her mission? Like, isn't she already out on the stars at this point in time? Like they
I would think so.
Like, yeah, because of how long it takes, like they're Ripley and the Nostromo are already out there. So yeah, I mean, it just seems like, now that Predator Badlands is incorporated to, like, there's just so many directions it could go.
And they're filming Romulus too, or they're about to. So
Yeah.
that story is going to be in there somehow, perchance.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting. They left us in an interesting spot, and it doesn't help that it's already been. It'll almost be a year. July.
Wow. Yeah.
And they haven't filmed anything yet, so we're looking at least another year before we see it. Like, will the fan base even care? You know what I mean? It's one of those like.
Well, I mean, as a big Stranger Things fan, I mean, how did you pass the time?
Eddie Munson.
You're right, because it's like, I mean, what is the earliest we could see something, not this Comic-Con, but next San Diego Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably when they would drop it. What was I going to say? But what I liked, just because you brought up Stranger Things, was that Netflix continually would do stuff for the fans. They would have something for Stranger Things Day. They would, have a Halloween thing, and their socials were very active, where I don't see Hulu doing that with Alien Earth, and they should.
Yeah.
A lot of these, again, going back to how Universal treats Jurassic fans, they don't give a crap about us until they're dropping something and they want our money and they want our attention and our word of mouth, and that, oh, we love you. And then they're gone as soon as that is over. Hello, look at what happened with Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah. No, totally.
I feel that the Hulu is doing that right now with Alien Earth, and they're not going to celebrate, what is it, 4, 5, 6 day,
LV 426.
426. Yeah. Like, there could be a whole fan day around that, and they could do stuff to keep the interest alive, and I don't see that happening.
I know, it's interesting too, because the real surprise, I mean, to some people, the surprise success of Predator Badlands, I feel like, to your point, Natalie, shows that people are so hungry for this. And like Predator Badlands brought in a whole new audience, like people who are like, wait, but I love Elle Fanning and the main Predator, like, and I want them to kiss at the end. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Has everyone here seen Predator Badlands?
Yes.
What did you guys think of that movie?
Oh, I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
It just is so fun.
Yeah, I loved it too. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, I like other Predator movies, but Elle Fanning, I think, was a fun addition. And like, I happened to be like watching The Great at the same kind of time when it came out. So I was like in an Elle Fanning phase, apparently.
Well, and it shows too, I mean, obviously Star Wars has been doing it for a long time, but yeah, like just the notion of we have, Alien Earth set before Alien, and then Alien Romulus taking place in between Alien and Aliens, and then Predator Badlands taking place, I believe I saw something, what's his name? Dan Trachtenberg said it takes place around the time of Alien Resurrection.
Which is way in the future.
Yeah, but he did say they weren't going to be fully, like, with canon on it. I think I read somewhere.
Okay.
Like, yes, but no. You know what I mean? Like, they were aware of it, but they weren't going to follow it exactly. I don't remember the exact.
Which has kind of always been the situation between the two franchises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, well, I only bring it up because so much of Predator Badlands, like a big part of it is Weyland-Yutani, and like they used it in such a cool way. And, you know, during the Avatar Fire and Ash press tour, like people, of course, are asking Sigourney Weaver. And part of me is like, well, Sigourney Weaver, her age now is the time period of resurrection. So what if they get like Elle Fanning and that Yautja and, you know, and then have the Ripley clone from Resurrection? Like,
yeah.
I kind of hope for Alien Earth, just to bring it back there, like, I kind of hope Alien Earth gets to do its own thing for a while, you know? I don't know. It's kind of like Andor, where in a weird way, like, I love Rogue One, but it's almost like I want Rogue One redone in the tone of Andor. Does that make sense? Like, I'm fine with it either way, but...
Yeah.
So
I think we've all been spoiled by Tony Gilroy's writing. And so now we want that for the whole franchise, and when it doesn't quite match up, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
So I'm reading an article on the internet saying that Sigourney Weaver said she's in talks with Disney for a new Alien movie, right?
I mean, that's news as far as like a more concrete thing.
Yeah, in talks. Like, there's nothing official or anything, I guess, but like, that's
well, I mean,
Google tells me.
And then in Predator Killer of Killers, the Hulu animated show, they showed Danny Glover and Amber Firebird, the woman who played Amber Midthunder. Yeah, the woman who was the star of Prey. They showed Danny Glover from Predator 2, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Amber Midthunder frozen and being like awakened in like a different time period. Like, this is nuts. There's so many options.
They're collecting the best predators of the universe, so
for an ultimate matchup.
Yeah, what if
Sigourney Weaver and Wendy might be on that list?
What if this comes out before Secret Wars, or like they do their own version of it, the cynical sci-fi alien universe team up or whatever. But we have to get the walrus back for it.
Naturally.
Walrus
named the walrus.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, did I ever tell you that, and I feel like I'm not going to blow up her spot, I did ask Sydney Chandler what the name of the walrus was on set, and its name was Ruby. Oh. I can reveal that here for everyone.
Oh.
Doesn't it look like a ruby?
So it was a girl. Okay.
I concur. Yeah.
Assume so, yeah. But I just like the idea of on the Stan Winston animatronic Rex in Jurassic Park was Roberta, which I just think is so funny to think about. Like everyone's
Ruby Rex.
This has been so much fun, you guys. I'm trying to think from other observations from the show or just other hopes for season 2. Do you hope we're going to get maybe a new alien baddie, maybe like a different, maybe there was like another holding cell that, was just off screen that, again, the toenails, morph or something like, is there something like that? Maybe you're
those aliens are now free. What if they choose to mate with each other and become even grosser aliens, right? Like
crossover.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Yeah.
We get an eyeball and a tick.
The big plant, the Little Shop of Horrors, Audrey 2, that eats the person.
Chick, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Siberia,
I want more of that thing. And if that breeds with anything, I think we're in for destruction. So
yeah.
More carnivorous plants.
The carnivorous plant is a she to me. Did she spit out the body, or was it just up there?
It was like hanging, and you could kind of see it crunching a little bit.
Okay, but so like, what if in season 2 they slowly release the body, and the body is now some other kind of You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be
Oh,
cool?
gosh.
Oh, like The Last of Us, like some sort of like.
Yeah, like some kind of
Yeah.
hybrid. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah, again, I wonder if because I feel like I don't know. We talked a little bit before the show came out. It's like, what if the whole show is on this matter? You know, it's just like just based on the marketing. So yeah, I just wonder, are they going to fake us out and like have only the first 2 episodes be this battle with Yutani, and then it's like off to somewhere new?
it'll be interesting.
Yeah, do you
do-
think like this is why maybe Prodigy is never mentioned in future Alien movies? Like Wayland Yutani just defeats them at this point. in the
Oh, yeah.
timeline? Sorry, Sam, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say I had one main hope for season 2 as I was rewatching, because naturally you think of what was gonna happen to Boy Cavalier, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't think he's gonna survive too long. But I was like, what would be a really, I don't think just a death is gonna suffice in this case.
Yeah.
My hope before, however, he dies, is whatever. I want that eyeball creature that he was trying to communicate with and like talking to the sheep. I want that eyeball thing to go into something probably a human that can talk to him and be like, "You're stupid." Like,
This is a boring
literally-
conversation anyway.
I said, yeah. I'd be like, no, the whole time you're talking to me, you sound like an idiot. Why aren't you wearing shoes? That's offensive to me. Get a haircut.
I thought
just
you were gonna
roast
say
him.
the eyeball goes into him.
I thought she was
I mean,
going to say that.
That could be the next step, but I want him to be roasted first and
Yeah.
to be, because I feel like what would hurt Boy Cavalier the most is someone being smarter than him and
Yeah.
calling him out. Like, you're kind of a stuck up asshole. You're not that smart. You've ridden off of other, go off on him essentially. He needs to get kind of that, like, essentially you're stupid.
Yeah.
An alien telling him he's stupid because, like, clearly he thinks that they're like
Equal.
equals. So
I know, yeah, all the Lost Boys and Wendy are like, let him cook. And it's just, like this, maybe it ends up, Hermit ends up getting it or somebody else. And
Drops the mic.
Yeah. I mean, again, I thought there was going to be a podcast in the show, Wendy's like diaries or something.
Yeah.
Well, this has been so much fun. It's so good to see all of you. I want to see if I can bring in my 2 new friends. See if I can grab both of them.
Get down.
Say hello. I'm going to just officially announce it here. Say hello to Wendy. This is Wendy.
Nice.
She's very playful, fiery, and,
I want to be on camera.
Yeah.
and she's just such a playful kitty cat. It's a black cat, by the way. But yep, I'm naming her Wendy after the character from the show we've been
You
talking
gotta
about.
tell Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let me grab the other star of the show. And then this is our boy, and he is named Ripley. I'm going to just start calling him Sir Ripley because he is very thoughtful and cool as a cucumber.
Oh.
Get away from her,
calmer.
you bitch. But yep, I'm giving my cats alien names, so I'm very excited about that.
I love that.
Very
Oh.
They're super cute.
It's like they literally just disappear the moment they step out of the light. Having black
Gotta love
cats.
black cats.
The
Yes.
voids.
Yeah.
Voids, pure voids in space. No one
Lots
can hear
of,
you meow.
Yeah, lots of places to hide.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. Hopefully we'll all get to be together at Comic-Con this year or next year and all the years. And I was going to say, as far as, this will come out in like a month, but yeah, is there anything you're enjoying right now? A book, a movie, thing you could recommend to people? Anything fun you're looking forward to in 2020? Oh my God, I almost said 2025, 2026.
Oh. Yeah, my brain calendar still hasn't flipped over either, but I would recommend Ray Naylor. He's a sci-fi author. His books are really good. If you
Yeah, you were telling me about him. Yeah.
Yeah, if you like Jurassic Park, if you like sci-fi fiction, his books are really good, and they're very they're tied to animals, they're tied to AI, all types of Crichton-y stuff. So yeah.
Natalie,
I'm
Sam?
looking forward to Rings of Power Season 3, which is dropping, and the new Hunger Games movie, which is also dropping, as well as The Vampire Lestat, which is coming out in June, which I'm kind of disappointed about because maybe there will no longer be a panel or anything at Comic-Con because it's coming out a month early, and I was really hoping that they would have something. So those are the three big ones that I'm like counting down for.
Amazing.
Just Caleb's thing reminded me of Cold Storage. The movie's out now. I enjoyed it a lot. It's a lot of like fun, campy horror. Joe Keery, great. Tying back to Stranger Things.
And that was the David Koepp novel that was now made into a movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And that was a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. And there is an eyeball gore scene in that as well.
Ooh.
So
long live the eyeball.
Long
right?
live the eyeball. Oh my gosh. And I will say, Sam and I are cooking up something Crichton related, so stay tuned for that. I mean, I don't know. We'll wait to reveal it. It'll be exciting. Yeah. But yep. Congo Book Club, May 27th. Samantha and I are going to be talking about the book, the movie, and all the Crichton goodness. But yeah, thank you everyone. And then where can people follow you, find you, check you out on the internet, all that good stuff? Natalie?
Okay, Leia Aurora on Instagram, Leia Aurora 14 on TikTok, and As So It Is on YouTube. So spelled SEW.
Nice. Awesome.
Samantha Joe 8 on Instagram and also Jurassic Outpost.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah. Caleb Composed and Jurassic Outpost.
Beautiful. And Stephen Ray Morris on all the things, Discord, Patreon, you know where to find me. But like I said, we rule, and so does the walrus. Until next time.
Yay, Ruby.
Yay. And yay, adorable facehugger.
Sam, my Coke can matches your hair.
My cats.
Hey.
I was like, wait a second.
There they are. There's one.